Hey there, my name is Megan and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my July and August book haul. I have acquired a decent amount of books in these summer months, so I wanted to share them with you guys. So the first set of books I'm going to be showing with you I got at my county library sale, and every book was $2, which you cannot beat. So I think I got a total of 9 books total. However, I'm just going to be showing you the fiction books I got. I did get some nonfiction as well. The first book that I got at the library book sale was The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. I actually have never read this book, and every time I see it at a used bookstore, I'm tempted to buy it. It's just such an iconic book, and I actually have seen the movie. That when I saw this at the library sale for $2, I finally said, okay, I'm going to get this book and I'm going to read it. Don't know when I'm going to get to it, but I'm really glad to finally have this on my shelf. The next book I got was Kill the Queen by Jennifer Estep or Estep. This is an adult fantasy book, and I'm really not too sure what it's about, but it has been on my Goodreads TBR for a while. I know that it takes place in a kingdom where kind of gladiator tradition still exists, and we follow a princess, I think, who's like number 17th to the line of the throne, and then it follows another girl who works in the castle who doesn't have any magical ability. But other than that, that's all I know, but the synopsis sounds really cool, and I'm really excited to finally be able to read this. The third book I got was Into the Still Blue by Veronica Rossi. This is an older YA series that I have been wanting to read for the longest time. I have the first book, Under the Never Sky. I found this book used too, and I think this is the third book, so I'm only missing the second book. But this series is kind of a post-apocalyptic dystopian novel, and it follows a world in which there's a city, an outsider known as the Wastelands, where there's just a ton of energy storms and violent gangs and cannibals and all these things. And I really don't know too much about it other than that. All I know is that the main girl and guy character kind of have to rely on each other to survive this world. So I absolutely love dystopian. It's one of my favorite genres. I don't care if it's adult or YA. So I'm really excited to finally get the second book in this series and to read it as a whole. The fourth book I got at my library sale was Inheritance by Christopher Paolini. This is the fourth book in the Eragon series, and I actually did have this used in hardcover, but it wasn't in really good condition, so when I found this for $2, I just picked it up, so now it matches the other 3 paperbacks on my shelf. So I still need to finish this series. I've only read Eragon, and it's on my list of series I need to complete probably next year. Next 2 books I got in August when I was on vacation, and the first one would be The Kingdom of Copper by S.A. Chakraborty. This is the second book, and I guess City of Brass trilogy, and this was at a used bookstore for $10, which isn't that cheap, but when originally it's $26.99 USD, definitely $10. It's worth it. So this is a series that I keep hearing a lot of buzz about. It has been on my TBR on Goodreads for a long time, and it's a series I'm definitely interested in reading. It's an adult fantasy centered around Middle Eastern mythology. So I picked up the sequel, and then of course I had to go and buy The City of Brass, the first book in the series. This one I picked up at Books A Million, and they didn't have the hardcover, so unfortunately I have the softcover and the hardcover, but a lot of my series that I own are mismatched, so it doesn't really bother me too bad. So I'm really excited to read these 2 books because I think the third book comes out soon or just came out. Alright, the next 3 books I picked up are all books that I have already read, but I wanted or needed new copies of them. The first one is The Outsiders, which, if y'all don't know, is one of my favorite books of all time. I have this really old copy that I found for like 50 cents at a Goodwill, so I finally got I think it's the Platinum edition of The Outsiders with the deckled edges and the nice paperback covers, so I'm really excited to finally have a nicer edition of this book in my library. The next book I picked up was Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroy. This book I've also read a long time ago, and I had a copy at one time and I have no idea where it went, so I wanted to get another copy to include in my library, and I absolutely love the story, the opera, all of that. So I really enjoyed having the source material, and I'm really excited to reread it after so many years and see what I still think about this story. Next book I got was To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. This is a book that I read in high school, and obviously I still don't have my copy from high school, and I really wanted a copy to put on my shelves. So this is the nice copy with the deckled edges, and the same as The Outsiders, it has the nice paperback covers. So I'm really excited to reread this book after so many years to see what I think about it, because it's such a beloved American classic. The next book I got was Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut. I've never read anything by this author, but this book has been on my classics TBR for a long, long time. I know it's kind of like an anti-war story, and it just is something that I've been wanting to read, and I honestly didn't realize it was so short that I'm sure I can get through this really quickly, so I'm excited to finally have it on my shelves. The next book I picked up was The House on Mango Street by Sandra Cisneros. This is an author that I have read some of her short stories, and this is a book where it's kind of based off of her childhood, but it follows a fictional character called Esperanza, and it's told in short little vignettes. So I've never read a book in this format, and as you can see, I've already started it. So it's a really short book and actually fairly quick to read. So I will probably finish this very soon and tune into my wrap up to see what I thought about it. And lastly, this was kind of an impulse buy. I picked up this nice leather-bound copy of Leaves of Grass, which is one of Walt Whitman's poetry anthologies. I really, really like Walt Whitman. I'm not a huge poetry reader, but his poems always have really good themes and really good messages, and the few that I have read in my time have really resonated with me. So I was really excited to pick up a copy of this, and I don't know if you can see, but it's got really, really beautiful pictures etched into the leather on the cover. So I'm just really excited to add this as well to my collection, especially considering I don't have that many poetry books to begin with. Alright guys, so that is it for my book haul for July and August. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of these books or what you think about them, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye!